Hey everyone, it's Jenny. I'm back with another project share. So this is just I just wanted to try and make it, and I might end up doing it for a swap. So that's why I didn't use like the best paper for this project, but I thought I would share it anyway. So this is a ice cream cone box that I purchased the die from AliExpress. I think it might have been from the Kiosk Craft Store, but I'm not sure. I bought it a while ago. Erica, who is Scrap Diva 29, had shown it on her channel, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So I went to order it and I got it, I think it was a few months later, but I never ended up making it. In fact, when I first got it, I was like, what is this thing that I ordered? Because it's a little weird when you look at the die, but then eventually I figured it out and I was like, okay, it looks a little complicated. So I decided not to do it yet because I was working on a bunch of other projects. But now, so I saw, after I thought about what I wanted to do for this upcoming swap, I thought I should go check to see what dies I already have. And then I found this die, so I'm like, oh, I think that would be really cool to make for the swap. So but I thought I had to test it out first to see if it was doable, like if it was easy enough, because you're just gonna make like a kit for the other swap people, other swap members in your group. So you have to be able to like give them instructions or point them to a video or something. So I wanted to make sure that this thing was like easy enough to put together, and it was totally not that difficult. So the only, to me, the hardest part is actually cutting everything, because you need to cut 6 of each piece that makes the actual cone, and then 6 of the bottom, which, I mean, sorry, the cone and then the ice cream part of it. And then if you want to layer like I did with this piece, then you got to cut 6 of that. And then there's also these pieces which go on top. It's like a layering piece. And then there's also the hexagon, so you need 2 of the white ones that I cut, one for the inside and one for the outside, and that's right for stability of the box. And then you also need one of the, if you're gonna put this on top, which is like the layering piece. So the layering piece actually makes it look more like a cone, and I'm thinking if you do like same color on same color, it'll give it that same effect. Like if you want to do like a craft on craft or something like that, or that, what is the color of that cone? It's like a yellowish kind of color. So you can do it however you want, but this is, I just wanted to test it. And so I wanted to use like stronger cardstock, which I think I used 110 pound, and I wanted to see how sturdy it would be and how difficult it would be. And one of the things, it wasn't Erica, it was somebody that she referenced, and I can't remember who the other crafter is, but I'll try to link that person below. But she did a tutorial on how to put this together, and so I kind of watched the tutorial to figure it all out. And she ended up using acetate, I think, to do the cone part. And the reason why I didn't do that is because it's not always easy to adhere to like a plastic thing compared to paper. Like paper, you can use regular glue or a hot glue gun or even tape, but I wasn't sure how it would work with acetate. And since this is just like my prototype, I decided to just use paper because I felt like it was a lot easier. So anyway, like I said, the hardest part is just doing all the die cutting. I wish it didn't have all of the holes here. I think it's supposed to look like sprinkles, but I would rather put my own sprinkles on, as you can see. But I mean, it's okay. So you could actually just cut, like I cut it out in white, but you could actually cut that out in the cardstock that you want to use. Like if you want to use a pattern cardstock, you just have to keep in mind that depending on how thick that cardstock is, it may not be as strong. And so that's why I kind of cut the whole thing out in white first, because that's the thickest cardstock that I have. And plus I didn't want to waste other cardstock in case it didn't come out nice. So anyway, like I said, this is just a sample for me. Anyway, so I used this dog paper, which I didn't care for in the collection that I got. It's a Die Cuts with a V collection. I like all of the other papers, like not the ones without the animals, but the animals are like a little too lifelike for me, and so it's not really my style, but I just, this, since I feel like I'm not necessarily going to give this to anybody, I just decided to use that paper. So anyway, then the other thing that I thought was neat was that Erica and that other crafter, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, they put glitter glue coming down the sides, and I think that gives it more texture. As you can see, I had a hard time with my stickles. I think they said they used the hot glue and then they sprinkled regular glitter on it. I don't know that I trust my hot glue gun that much, although this Surebender is a lot better than the glue guns I've had in the past. But I just didn't want to, I felt like stickles would be easier to use, but I guess it's not always. I think it was a new bottle, so I think you have to get it going, and then once it's not so sputtery, then you get a better result. So maybe if I try and do it again, I'll do better. I think you just have to practice on it. And then I did add on some pom-poms. That's what Erica had done on her sample, and I thought that that was really cute, so I just wanted to try that out to kind of mimic sprinkles. And then I did add a few iridescent sequins to kind of add to that, but not like take away from the paper because the paper is a little busy. And then I added on the I think it's a Daiso pom-pom with the iridescent stuff coming out of it to make the kind of like a cherry on top. So, and then at the last minute, after I layered all of these pieces on, I decided, because it didn't have, I don't know why it doesn't come with a layering piece for this piece right here. So it looked a little weird that it was just all white. So I put some pink heart trim there. And then I think they were saying that like you could put magnets, like I guess under here and under this page to kind of hold the top on. But I actually don't think that it comes off that easily. Like it's coming off now because I'm like squeezing it a little, but I think it, for the most part, it stays on, so I don't really see that it needs that. But I don't know, that, I guess that's up to you how you would want to do it. But I think it's kind of cute. I think maybe I would put also a bow on it as well. But it was, like I said, it's simple enough where if I cut all the pieces and I point to a tutorial or give some kind of instructions and a picture, then I think the recipients will be able to follow. It's not that difficult because it has tabs that you'll know where to stick the next piece on. So anyway, what do you think of my ice cream cone? I think it's super cute. I'm so glad that Erica showed us this cone because I would have never thought how cute it could be. Like if you just look at the die, you wouldn't even know what it is, but it's pretty ingenious. I hope that they come out with other dies that are similar. Only it's quite large, so if you want to mail it to somebody in this like already assembled, then you're gonna have to go to a box. Like you can't put it in a flat rate envelope, obviously. So that's the only downside to these 3D projects. Like I have a bunch of things that are just sitting on my desk because I don't know what to do with them because they're so bulky. I'd have to like mail it in a box to somebody. So anyway, yeah, my craft room's getting quite full now, but I'm having so much fun making all of these 3D projects, especially a lot of Christian's ones. So I just wanted to share them all with you so that you can see what you can do. And it doesn't even take a lot of time because like for Christian's one, she figures it all out, and for this one, it's already kind of thought out for you, so you're just only like gluing it together basically. But it's not as difficult as you may think. So sometimes you just have to get paper out and just try it. And the good thing is, like for me, it's good to use up the papers that I don't necessarily like when you're making the prototype, and but that you're still not wasting it. So I kind of like that I don't like to waste paper, but I also don't necessarily know if I would want to put that on a project. But anyway, I thought that was kind of fun, and I'll probably use it to give to somebody like in person. Maybe I might send it to somebody too, but it's like I said, it's not that easy to mail. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.